If you break a beehive, don't hide underwater. They'll wait for you to come up and sting you when you need to breathe. If a poisonous snake bites you, don't try to suck out the venom. You'll only spread it through the wound. If someone seems drunk but hasn't had any alcohol, ask them to smile. If their smile looks uneven, they're having a stroke. If you see square waves in the ocean, get away from the water. There's strong currents that can pull you under the sea. How to make sure your son never tells lies in his life. When he turns 4 years old, go to the supermarket and buy a cow tongue. At his birthday party, his fake lost brother will appear. As this will be the first time they see each other, your son will ask his name. The brother, who is actually a paid actor you hired, will say, "My name is Big." Suddenly, the brother will start choking. He'll spit blood and will collapse onto the floor. Now, you'll run towards the fake brother and yell, "Dan, why did you do it?" Your son will tell you, "Dan, I thought his name was Big." Now, you'll look at your son very seriously and say, "Son, our family suffers from a very rare genetic disease that causes our tongues to fall out if we lie, and since your brother lied about his fake name, he will probably die soon." Now, your son will be so traumatized that he will never lie again. Subscribe for more family advice. If the world were divided by gender, men and women would be separated at birth, and the world would be split by a huge wall. The women's side would be very peaceful, though also a bit unstable. Everything would be neat and feel like living in the past, surrounded by nature, while the men's side would be the opposite. Chaos, violence, mess, fun, and big cities. Soon, curiosity would make men climb the wall. When they reached the women's side, they'd feel calm, but they'd be caught soon after. After being held for days, they would convince the women to climb the wall and show them where they came from. The women would be amazed, not understanding such an advanced world yet so chaotic. They'd destroy the wall and find balance, becoming the world we live in today. This kid got punished for telling the truth. Thomas, a 7-year-old, wore his Superman shirt to school. He told everyone he wore it because his uncle was Superman. When the teacher heard that, she got really mad. She told him not to lie because Superman isn't real. But Thomas kept saying his uncle really was Superman. His classmates laughed at him and the teacher got so angry she sent him to detention, saying he was lying. They called his parents and his mom explained on the phone that the boy was telling the truth, but no one believed her. At the end of the day, the real Henry Cavill showed up, the actor who plays Superman, and he really was Thomas's uncle, just to pick him up from school and leave everyone speechless.
If your ex-girlfriend is destroying your car, this is what you need to do. Try to calm her down by saying something nice. If she's really angry, use force to defend your car without hitting her or hurting her. But if she has a weapon, don't get close. Instead, record it all with your phone and call the police. If she breaks anything on your car, she'll have to pay for it. Destroying someone's property is a serious crime, and she'll have to cover all the repair costs and could even end up in jail. But what if the car was a gift from your ex? If she gave you the car, but now she's mad at you because you cheated on her, you have to check whose name is on the car's paperwork. If it's in her name, it doesn't matter that she gave it to you. She can destroy it without a problem.
If your neighborhood isn't safe because of kidnappings, always hold your keys in your hand. They'll be like a brass knuckle and you will do double damage. If you have an accident and break your hands, scream at the top of your lungs, "Ambulance, 911," to get your phone to dial for assistance. Don't forget to check the back seats of your car before you start the engine. Criminals often stay hidden behind so they can kidnap you without warning. If you're lost in the open sea, float on your back and use your watch to reflect light. The ships will see the flashing light and come to rescue you.
If you're a slob and you don't wash your hair, cut it off right now. Your hair is rotted and it's the perfect home for lice. If you're being bullied and you're afraid of dying, punch them from behind. If you kill them, they won't bully you anymore. If they kill you, they won't bully you anymore. If you go in your house and there are thieves robbing, lock the door and burn the house down. If the thieves escape, the police will only have to look for suspects with burns on their skin. If you're an idiot and you put cutlery inside the microwave, get out of there as soon as possible. If the waves touch the metal, your entire house will explode.
If you find yourself in a car that's dangling off a cliff, the smartest thing to do is to stay completely still. If the car stabilizes, unbuckle your seatbelt without making any sudden movements. Many people would try to open the door and escape. However, doing so would probably cause instability and make the car fall. Instead, try to roll down the windows and carefully redistribute your weight to the back seats. When you find yourself in a stable position, crawl out of the car as slowly as you can.
If you are going out of the subway but your backpack gets stuck in the door, don't waste time trying to pull it out. Focus on letting go of your backpack or it will drag you to your death. If you are at the movies and a thief is recording the film, don't insult him. Instead, show your phone screen with his seat number. That way, the thief's number will be recorded in the film and the police will be able to arrest him. If you are getting a haircut and feel the urge to sneeze, be careful and don't move. If you make a sudden movement, they could cut off one of your ears. If you're going to buy a suit for your wedding, tell the sales assistant that the suit is for working as a waiter and not for your wedding. It'll be much cheaper because it's not a wedding suit.
If you're being bullied and they always steal your food, put laxatives inside the food. They'll get terrible diarrhea and won't steal from you again. If you're stupid and you fall asleep on the bus, hug your backpack while you sleep. Thieves won't be able to steal from you. If you go to a dangerous neighborhood, don't look at or greet anyone. Criminals will think you're looking for trouble and they'll kill you. If there's a blackout in your neighborhood, don't turn on the faucet. It's very likely that a wire has snapped and you could die electrocuted. If you try to push a great white shark back into the ocean, it could turn and bite you easily. This is because its jaw is designed to bite from the side, allowing it to catch any nearby prey. Instead, help it breathe by pouring water over its gill. Now, stand behind its fins where it can't reach you, and slowly push it back into the water. As soon as it starts to move, get out of the way as fast as possible before it turns toward you. If you're drunk but you haven't drank any alcohol, stick out your tongue. If it looks crooked, you are having a stroke. If you want to rob a bank, do it on April Fool's Day. If your plan goes wrong and you get caught, you can say it was just a joke. If you want to become a millionaire without working, marry a rich grandmother. When she dies, you will inherit all her fortune. If you want to get free food, go to a fast food place right before they close and ask for something to eat. The food they were going to throw out will be given to you and you'll eat without paying.
If you think a passenger is going to hijack your plane, here's what you need to do. First, make sure you're not being paranoid. The passenger is sweating. Maybe he's just hot. He's rude and swears a lot. He might just be nervous about flying on a plane for the first time. But if he's doing all that at once while looking suspiciously at the flight attendants, you've probably discovered a terrorist. First, press the help button and alert the flight attendants about the hijacker's suspicious behavior. If the terrorist catches you, don't try to confront him verbally or physically. Instead, try to be discreet and listen to the flight attendants. They're trained to calm the situation inside the plane and use their tools to eliminate dangers. Besides, the pilots are also trained to lock the cockpit door and not open it to anyone under any circumstances. If you're about to fall from a great height, try jumping instead of falling to land on your feet. You'll probably break your legs, but at least you'll survive. If you're in a forest during a lightning storm, never hide under a tree. Lightning usually strikes structures that are tall and pointy. If your neighbors have been robbed and you're afraid of burglars, place a bottle in front of the door. When they enter, the bottle will break and the burglars will run away. If you nearly drowned but managed to survive, go to the doctor anyway. It's very likely you still have water in your lungs and end up drowning later. If you see a fancy car on the street, don't take a photo. Rich people are all idiots and are always angry. If you're lost in the snow, don't even think about making a fire. If your body heats up too quickly, the sudden temperature change could kill you. If you're stuck in a broken train, break the windows with the emergency hammer. There are a lot of sick people breathing on the train, and you'll catch their sickness. If you break a big beehive in half, try whistling really loud. They'll think you're their friend and won't sting you.